Science on the set?
Would you say science is on the set?
Science on the set. Welcome to Honest Hockey, where two guys talk about all things hockey. Honestly. I'm Tom, and he's Tom, and thanks for joining us today. So we have a new member
We do.
of the show.
We do. We figured it was time to add a third member to this
Yes.
team.
So his name is Tom.
His name is Tom. We found somebody named Tom. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Tom the Turkey. Woo! Give a warm, honest hockey round of applause for Tom. Welcome to the family, Tom.
So in this episode, we're going to go over a few things.
Yes.
We're going to go over extensions,
Extensions.
some injuries,
Injuries.
some other extensions.
Other stuff. There's a lot of extensions that have happened this week. And some feel-good stuff that you're going to not want to miss.
Yes. So you want to go over the extension first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Nyquist. No, Nyquist.
We already messed up. Nyquist not extended.
Not extended, no.
That was my fault. I sent you the script, the topics in a really jumbled order, so I don't blame you for that.
So we can start with Reinstrom.
Reinstrom, that one got done as we're filming it today.
Basically, yeah.
2 years, $4.9 million a year? I think 4.9 or 4.7.
Something like that,
Yeah.
yes.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Reinstrom really hit his stride with the Rangers.
Yes.
He works out perfectly if they keep him on the line with Panarin. It's only a 2-year deal, so the Rangers aren't really committed when they have to eventually pay Mika again and all the young guys.
Yes.
And it's kind of like we'll see what he can do in these 2 years, and then, hopefully when his contract is up, the Rangers actually have a center.
Yeah.
Or a 2C. Yeah. And he can slot in, and then really no harm in paying Strom this money.
Yeah. Then I don't think Jeff is done here, but that's just something that's besides the point.
Yes, agreed, because they still need help.
Mantha,
I love the deal for Mantha. So Mantha is, in my opinion, a stud. He's becoming the second highest paid player on the team besides Dylan Larkin. He was having a phenomenal season this year, but I don't know if you know this, the Red Wings were not very good. I don't know if you've heard that. Breaking news. The Red Wings were not good.
we should put like a banner.
I know, right? And he still contributed when I'm pretty sure he punctured a lung this year, and he also had like a leg injury, and he still managed to put up like 38 points in 43 games.
Okay.
So Anthony Mantha is a stud. Definitely deserves his contract. Great move for the Red Wings. Kind of shows that they're still trying to win now-ish, even though they were like the worst team I've ever seen in the history of hockey.
Exactly. And I wish I had Doc's help on this guy's name.
Would you like me to
go ahead? Yes.
Vladislav Gavrikov.
Okay, there we go.
He got
3.84
for over 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so just under $3 million a season. Mm-hmm. I love Gavrikov. I'm a Gavrikov stan. Yeah. Again, I saw him play in person in Columbus. He's a very solid defenseman. Columbus has great defensemen. They have Seth Jones. They have Zach Werenski.
Yeah.
He's a very solid defenseman that definitely deserves. He kind of came out of nowhere this year, and he definitely deserves his money.
And then Pulock.
I am a big Ryan Pulock fan.
That's a lot.
That is. He's not the greatest in his own zone.
Yes.
But man, can that boy shoot a puck?
Yeah.
He's a fantastic offensive defenseman. I would not want to get in front of his shot, blocking his shot. He might be like the second best weapon on the Islanders outside Barzal. Like you want to make sure you put a body on Pulock.
Yeah.
They needed to get a deal
2
done.
for 10?
So $5 million a year.
Got it.
It's kind of his bridge deal to avoid arbitration, and then in 2 years he's definitely going to get paid.
Yeah.
If he continues progressing, getting more points per year, getting better in his own zone, he's definitely going to make himself one of the top defensemen in the league.
And that kind of brings me to kind of something as well, is that like a lot of these deals are very, very small.
Yep, they're all pretty much bridge deals. Like teams don't want to go to arbitration.
Not even the arbitration, I think. It's because of what's going on with the pandemic.
That too, yes. They don't want to have to overpay because they don't have the money.
They don't want to overpay, but then that kind of gives them a couple luck to kind of prove a little bit more. Yep. And then when there is a new cap space, then they can get more.
Right.
But that's just something that I've been noticing a lot of them.
I haven't really seen
small.
I haven't really seen too many of the numbers come out for some of the guys with what they were asking and what the team wanted to pay.
Yes.
But I do know
They're in the middle always.
I do know the Ryan Strome one. Ryan Strome was asking for like 5.7 a year, and the Rangers wanted to do like 3.6.
Yes.
So they came out and met in the middle. So you avoid an arbiter.
Yep.
Arbitration is a nasty process.
Yeah,
you do not want to go through arbitration
because basically the team is talking.
The team is talking about why you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it gets back to the player, and they're like, they really feel that way about me? And it's like, no, we were just trying to pay you less, guy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm not a player, obviously, and maybe in the future, if there's contracts that we make with the big business,
with big businesses, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some talk like that.
Tesla, if you want to send us to Tesla, we'll negotiate
Elon?
something. Elon, big fans.
But the thing is that it's business, and I hope I hope if there is some players that do go all the way to the end, I hope they don't really take it personally. They have.
You have to understand it's a business, but also at that point, think about your employer being like, well, he's a good employee, but he has way too many faults, and we don't really want to keep him, but we kind of have to. I would kind of take that personally.
Yeah.
But in the end, you talking out with the GM, be like, brah, we were just lying.
Yeah.
We just wanted to be able to get a better team for the money. So
exactly.
Can't really take it too personally.
Do you want to save the EA Sports, or do you want to get into that now?
I kind of want to make it a separate video about EA Sports, but I'll make that one down the line. So I'll get into EA Sports. So please.
Okay. So EA Sports extended their contract or their partnership with the NHL.
This is terrible news for fans of video games. Okay, raise your hand watching it if you enjoy playing video games. Raise your hand again if you ever have played the EA Sports NHL series. Okay. So I don't know if you've played it recently, but it's the exact same game as it was 10 years ago.
Wow,
with updated
I didn't even
rosters.
notice that.
All they do is update the rosters. This year, EA, they're whole new revamp for the next gen consoles. We completely changed everything.
Yeah.
They didn't really change anything. They made the Be a Pro mode a little bit better. They did nothing. EA has gotten so complacent with their sports games. Whether it's FIFA's a little bit better. The gameplay in FIFA this year is pretty decent. But if it's NHL, which they obviously just don't care about anymore, it's third or fourth on their list of games definitely. That they want to make, and they literally have given up. And Madden is a disgrace to sports video games. They literally took last year's game. Yeah, well, I'm just from my point about EA. Yes. They took last year's game, they remade it into a new disc with the new cover athlete on it, and slapped the new year on it. That was the new Madden. And people out here paying $60 for these games. For EA, a billion-dollar company, to get so complacent and change nothing.
Yeah.
Think about the Battle Royales where we're at now. Think about, Fortnite, Warzone. I know Apex is coming out with a new season. Yeah. They always change things in their new season. And that's a free game.
Free
game. Free to play. You just have to pay to buy the
dance moves.
Yes, unless you go into the item shop and want to buy the Battle Pass. But this game is $60. And they changed nothing. What does EA think? We're idiots? Yeah. That we're not going to notice that the gameplay is terrible? We changed the scoreboard in game this year. Oh, my Lanta! Oh, I'm going to freak out. No. EA, either give the rights to somebody who cares, or make a better video game. It's that simple. You're literally charging us $60, which I think the next gen console games are going to be $70.
I heard, they might be.
So I think they're going to be paying even more for these games, and nothing to change.
Yeah.
EA, get your stuff together, or renounce the rights to some of these leagues and let other companies make sports video games. Because obviously, you guys don't care about NHL or Madden or kind of FIFA.
This is very hard to take you serious with this turkey on your head, but I'm loving it.
This turkey's gonna be on my head every episode until November 26th. I believe that's Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
So Bishop is out. And Sagan's out.
How long are they out?
5 months. But here
I wrote 5 years. Yeah.
I was wow.
We're going to have big problems if Sagan and Bishop are out for 5 years. That's a pretty bad injury.
Yeah. Huge hit. I mean, obviously not so much for Bishop. Obviously, with Hudobin, killing it.
Did they re-sign him yet?
Yeah.
Did they? I don't remember.
I think they did.
We'll put it up here if they did. I don't remember.
They did.
I've kind of blacked out of hockey for the last couple of weeks because I feel like nothing happened. There was such a lull where I fell asleep, and now everything happened.
Yeah, no, they definitely signed him because they even had him on NHL Network radio the other day. So, but the Sagan one's kind of rough. Now we don't know when the season started.
No, we're under the assumption it'll be
January.
Yep.
But still, it puts him out March.
Yeah, that puts what month are we in? November?
March.
Hold on, I want to show our audience show your work. November, December, January, February, March. 5 months.
5 months.
Works out. The math works out.
But yeah, 5 months is a long time.
It is a long time, especially if it's a shortened season. Because I think the NHL said that they want to do at least 48 games this year.
Yeah.
So whatever amount of time he misses, it's not going to be equivalent to if it was 5 months in an 82-game season. So that's going to be a big blow.
Yeah. And we'll do a video once they kind of release on what's kind of going on.
Eventually, when they release what's going on, yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, big blows to Dallas. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I mean, he recovers and everything like that, and he is the same Seguin.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately, you know, you go get surgery, you come back or whatever.
You might not have the same.
You're not the same type of,
same
especially
player.
people who have concussions.
Yes.
They're so worried about getting hit. Then it's always on the back of their head. Literally.
Speaking of, this is kind of just a little aside. Did you see that my guy Hendrix LaPierre, the guy who had like all the concussion issues during the draft, and we thought the Rangers were going to take him, and then nobody took him. Mm-hmm. He signed his ELC with the Capitals. Oh. So obviously they're not worried about his concussion issues. So wish the best for him, man. Yeah. He was a good prospect, highly touted, and he just had concussion issues all year. So hopefully for him, he can get back onto the ice and kill it, because he dropped.
It's worrisome for a franchise when you're putting money into this and you're picking him in a draft, and it's definitely worrisome. But yeah. And then a pretty neat thing. A feel good thing. Brendan Gallagher is doing Cameo.
He's doing Cameo, yep.
Well, like another...
we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, a lot of, actually, players and a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, they do these things.
Yep.
But it's for prostate cancer.
It is. So it's $111 for his Cameo.
Wow.
And he does, birthday wishes, really anything you want him to do. Yeah. And all of the money he makes from his Cameo goes right to, because it's NHL Fights Cancer Awareness. Yes. Or okay, I guess
usually we're having those cool jerseys,
purplish jerseys, yeah. But I believe his grandfather died of prostate cancer, so it's a cause near and dear to his heart. Mm-hmm. So all of the money he makes from Cameo goes right into prostate cancer awareness. That's wonderful. Which is a fantastic charity. Fantastic. I mean, all cancers kill.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, prostate cancer is a big one. So it's good job for Brendan Gallagher. We wish him all the best.
Yeah, and definitely. Hopefully, some other players follow suit with that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
David did that.
Oh my God!
How much money he would raise and stuff like that.
You imagine, because I know Sean Avery's on Cameo. Do you imagine if like he did a promotion where like you got to like talk something, like Islander fans could like punch him in the face, and he would give all that money to charity or to research. He would make so much money of all the people who just want to punch him in the face.
Oh, Sean Avery.
But yeah, good job, Brendan Gallagher. That's awesome. Yeah. Keep up the good work, and you'll love to see charitable efforts.
Yeah,
especially ones that are for such a good cause.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, one more thing. Today was announced that Ovi is going to...
Oh, yes.
He wants to play at least 5 more years with the Caps, and then he wants to end his career in Russia. So...
Which is pretty neat.
It is pretty neat, yeah. Shows that Russia is still, his homeland, and, he still has a special spot for it where he started where he had his beginnings. So it'll be cool for him to go back there.
I wonder how that'd be for his family.
I don't know. I mean,
obviously his wife's here.
His wife's here. Yeah.
His mom's here, and it's like, and I guess these players are probably used to uprooting their whole family and be like, all right, we're going over here now because of this. But for someone that's been with the franchise for so long and has been instilled in DC, and it's just that's where he lives, or I'm not sure how close he lives.
I would imagine he lives pretty close.
He lives pretty close, but like. Just imagine living there your whole time, and then all of a sudden he's just like, all right, 5 years, we're leaving.
All right, 5 years, back to the homeland.
Yeah, exactly. So I wonder how that kind of feels, but
I hope he breaks. I really, as much as he's tortured us over the years, I hope he breaks the goal record here, and then he goes back over to.
Yeah, I hope if he's so close, he pushes. I
think he will.
Because like that,
I don't think that's a hard timetable where he's like has like one of those like Instagram countdowns where it's like days to back to Russia.
Yeah.
And once that hits 0, he's like, nope, sorry, I gotta go. No, if he's anywhere close to the goal record, I think he'll stay and he'll break it. Yep. But anything else you got?
No.
All right. Thanks for watching this episode of Honest Hockey. Be sure to give us a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to
cross-check that subscribe button.
He's Tom the Turkey. Thanks for watching us.
Tricked it.
Sorry, I was taking it a little slow, and you're like, I'm like, what's happening?